We'll see. Well, there's the jab. You see when he uses the jab, Curry is infinitely more effective.
And if he fails to penetrate, and he gets it through quite often, the high guard of Aquino, he'll pound away at the body, and that's been successful for him, too. So good selection, variety of punches by Donald Curry against a man who looks less than sharp, less than the Aquino that we've known from the past. And as a result, Al, your scorecard looks like this.
I've got Curry ahead 59-55, giving him all but one round.
They're in the seventh, halfway through. And Aquino's corner laid it on the line, saying, we think you've lost 5 of the first 6 rounds, which means really you got to win all of the remaining rounds to make sure of a victory here. And that's a tall order against Donald Curry, the way he is going tonight.
Well, he's going backward, Aquino. He's not going to beat a Curry going backward. No. And he's just walking around the ring saying, well, let's go over here and I'll lay against the ropes and try and not get hit too much. And that's not going to win a fight. Occasionally coming out with a burst and holding and really doing all the things that looks like survival right now.
And it could change, but to this stage, past the halfway point in the bout, it is another disappointing performance, the second in a row by Lupe Aquino. We talked about his bout with Rossi, a 3-1 favorite going in. He lost, and lost by about 5 points in the card of one judge who most feel got it right that night. The other 2 judges had it by 1 point.
Stick him with it. Don't call it.
I just don't think Lupe Aquino has anything in the gas tank. He may surprise us, but not much there right now. But Donald Curry, I think, should be doing more right now. He's showing spurts. I guess he's trying to control the pace. I think there could be more for him right now. He is working the body very well now.
Working everywhere very well and turning in a very impressive performance at this stage. He continues to. He's just that much sharper, that much quicker than his opponent.
Boy, is he working the body. I'll tell you what. The body punching of Curry was absent in recent fights. It is there again now.
Well, see, when a guard goes up that high, he's smart enough that he can bring it down and go to the body and get it down where he wants it.
Curry jabbing to the body and the head, doing a good job.
There's the bell to end it. Again, an eager Curry races out to meet him to begin the 8th round. Aquino, listening to his handlers there, was almost shaking his disbelief, not believing what they told him, or that he could achieve what they urged him to do with this. You seem to be saying, Al, I don't feel sharp, I don't feel right, I can't get a rhythm going, although my standing certainly isn't very good, but that's the impression I got.
Curry continues to go after the body, feeling, and I think rightfully so, that he is just going to slow Aquino down more and more as this bout wears on. And he's got to feel like he's building up a big point edge.
Curry has done exactly what he wanted to, and that is put on a workman-like performance. Not look for the easy, quick victory by a knockout, but just wear his man down. He's done just that. Hand speed now, those blows getting to the guard.
The combinations for Curry. Now, we have to judge this performance in the context of what Aquino's doing. Aquino's not doing much, but don't take anything away from Curry because he is doing what he needs to do. Good uppercut on the inside by Aquino. Curry keeping his hands up, though, not getting hit with that left hook.
Scoring exceptionally well again here in this exchange. Donald Curry in the black trunks from Fort Worth, Texas.
You can feel Curry's confidence building, but it can't be overconfidence because we talk about the punching power of Aquino. It's definitely there. Even later in his fight with Rossi, when he looked hopelessly out of it, at least in my opinion, Aquino did manage to stun Gianfranco a couple of times.
Now, he's the kind of man I can't see quitting, neither can you. And all Donald has to do is recall the 3rd round when he lost his concentration, maybe. A little bit. He got burned. Can happen again. There's a left uppercut from Aquino as he gets the best of that exchange. We haven't said that very often, but now here comes Curry again.
Lupe is tough, and Curry has hit him with some pretty big punches. Now, the other lingering criticism of Donald is that he's not a big puncher for a junior middleweight or a super welterweight. But remember, Curry had McCallum almost out on his feet in that fight. So if he had been a little more aggressive, maybe he would have gotten a knockout. Here, he's not been able to put Lupe Aquino down, though he's hit him with some very big shots.
He does have 20 knockouts of his 28 victories. He is 28-2 coming in.
Most of those, of course, coming in the welterweight division, where he was a terror, defending his title 7 times over a 3-year period.
Aquino is 31-3 with a draw. He has 22 knockouts. But neither man really in trouble, except for Curry briefly in the early seconds of the 3rd round. There's a good left that drives Aquino back. He shakes his head. He still looks so sluggish, so tentative against this man.
Switching back and forth from lefty to righty in a very confused manner with Lupe Aquino.
He is wandering the ring, looking for a place where it may be more comfortable. As This round draws to a close in Genoa.
Of the world's leading motor oils, only
4 left for Aquino to mount what would be a sensational comeback here, as he very obviously trails badly on points at this stage.
This bout could be all but lost for him from a decision standpoint, although a couple of knockdowns could create 2-point rounds for him and maybe put him back in.
He needs a couple at least of very big rounds.
It would be impossible for me to imagine Curry not winning 7 of the 8 rounds or 6 of the 8 rounds.
Good jab, snaps through again. Pops the head back of Lupe Aquino, who between rounds looks distressed, and that's the only term I can come up with. In the corner, did not look comfortable, more than just the fact that he knows he's behind on points. He doesn't look comfortable in the ring either, as this scorecard would attest.
I've got Curry at 79-73. I think he is just in complete control of the fight. And in his corner, they told him, this is what they told him. They said, don't go inside with Aquino. Pop away from the outside. You can win the fight that way.
A wicked exchange now. He's really scoring well. He has hurt him. That left started it, then the combination with both hands by Donald Curry. Here's Aquino moving in a very uncertain fashion around this ring, and now standing still with the guard high against the ropes.
Now, this is important. Donald Curry, this could be a very pivotal round of boxing for the career of Donald Curry, and I'll tell you why. They told him in his corner, box, don't get on the inside with Curry. You don't have to. Peck away from the outside. That's what he's doing. This is the way Donald Curry used to fight. He doesn't do it anymore. If he continues to do it this way, he could be a factor, a very big factor in this division, and a champion, obviously.
Interestingly, in one bout, through 9 rounds almost, he has shown us every aspect of his career, every style he has mounted in the career.
You're right, and this crowd getting behind Curry, he's a very popular figure here in Italy, and though it's been quiet, they're starting to get into this. I think part of the reason it's been quiet is because it's been so one-sided.
They've also been here since, well, over 5.5 hours ago, and it's the middle of the night now, at about 18 minutes to 3 Italian time in the morning. So a lot of people here have given up a good night's sleep to watch a couple of very good bouts.
And you made a very apt point, John, when you said we've seen every bit of the style of Curry, all the transformations of him. Now, right now, he's in the posture they don't want him in. He doesn't need to be there. But he's so used to lately just walking in like that.
It's the live career highlight film he's showing.
That's exactly. Oh, my.
That's vintage Donald Curry.
There it is. That is what people have been waiting for from him for the last year or so, really. He showed flashes of it against Montgomery and Santos, not like this.
The Cobra looks like he is back. A hand speed just so much faster than Lupe Aquino.
See, he didn't rush in. He stayed back. That's what he needs to do in this fight. And for Lupe, boy, he needs a miracle right now.
He does. As Curry gets better as the night wears on. Here is Genoa. We'll be right back.
Back with the stick. Use the stick to get inside.
Donald Curry, look, he uses the jab. It doesn't land, but look, he comes right. He came right. He did come right back with the left hook that nailed Aquino.
He sure did. A very heavy left hook.
It was there, I promise.
Aquino continues to look very listless. Not the man we thought would be in the ring with Donald Curry.
I looked down at Jay Edson, the coordinator here for Top Rank, and just kind of smiled as if to say, I don't know why this is happening. It certainly is not. You know, we've seen Lupe Aquino fight very, very well on ESPN and beating Dwayne Thomas. And it was inexplicable when he lost to Ross, and it's just as inexplicable tonight. Not so much that he would be losing to Curry, because Curry's a fine boxer, but the way he's performing.
Well, you talked about how Aquino does not like to fight overseas. And, of course, maybe it'll affect you more than a lot of fighters, because it is the same situation for all. But over the holiday season, being away, being in a hotel, stuck in a strange country for a while, you might lose your edge if you let it bother you, and it looks like he has.
And there were some reports that toward the end of his training, he didn't feel well before coming over here. And whether that is, in fact, the case, seems to have hampered his training.
There's a jab again, popping right through in the nose of Lupe Aquino. He looks much less than sharp. He is tired. He is hanging on. In fact, I relate again back to the 3rd round when he had something going again. He didn't have the stamina to sustain it and keep the pressure on Donald Curry. Curry went from that point to great success every succeeding round.